Hi and welcome back to my channel. My name is Rina and this is Pure. So today I'm coming here with a topic about inner teenager healing. I want to share a bit about my experience and hopefully that will provide you with some information about how it feels like and what are the benefits. And maybe you would like to do that on your own. But I just hope to clarify a bit what it is, and maybe that will inspire you to do some of your own and see what kind of shifts and changes you will see in yourself, in your feeling, in your personal evolution and integration of every part of you that is out there. And I want to talk specifically to someone who is rejecting a part of their inner teenager. Maybe you've been doing some questionable stuff when you were growing up, when you were a teen, and this is saying don't suppress it, allow it to speak. You had your own reasons, you had your own motives, even if right now you would have never done that, even if you would say that my motive was that I was a total asshole, I wasn't empathetic, I was just a selfish bastard or something. This is your inner teenager speaking to you right now, and it says, accept me, because even those things I was doing because I was hurting and I wasn't seen and I was lost, I was all alone. I didn't understand myself, I didn't understand what I felt, and I didn't understand, no one understood me as well. And I felt so broke and so alone that I just decided that fuck it, and I'm just gonna live mindlessly. I'm just gonna wreak havoc just for the sake of it, because no one understands me. So if that's your inner teenager, if you recognize yourself in that energy, this is your inner teenager speaking to you right now, and it wants you to acknowledge it, acknowledge that it exists, and shine so much. Not like you say that everything that you, as a teen, everything that you were doing, it's okay. It's not what you're saying, but you give it space and you give it light. You give it light of forgiveness and love, because you're like, you were hurting deep inside. And you're like, I forgive you. I wouldn't do it again. I would never do it, and I wouldn't want anyone to do these kind of things to others. But I forgive you. You deserve better. You deserve love. You deserve to feel good. You deserve to feel so much love that it overflows, not shutting inside and feeling so much hate and emptiness. So let's just take a minute now and send that inner teenager who was hurting, who was doing some real bad stuff, let's just send them love right now. Because I'm seeing your current version, and I'm seeing this teenager version, and you're like, this teenager version is like this, and you're like this, you're holding your inner teenager, and you allowing it to cry, to speak, to say, to dig so deep that you say that this inner teenager says that I don't want to do this, I don't want to be like this, but I don't see any other way. I don't want to be like this, I don't want to live like this. I want to feel good, I want to feel loved. Why am I like this? Why do I have these special needs? Why can't anyone see me? Why am I different? Why can't I just be like a normal kid in the class and just enjoying myself while being normal? Why am I always just different? Why no one sees me? Why don't they feel like this? Why do I have to feel like this? And so this energy was from that inner teen, and now it feels better. Now we have took a little bit of that agony, and we have shown, we did shine some light there, some forgiveness, some acceptance, and some understanding that this teenager is special. You were special. You are special. You're not meant to be like anyone else. You're meant to find yourself and find your light and find your own cup. And you're not meant to be alone. And it's also okay to be selfish. It's also okay to know. It's okay to know better than others. It's okay to be selfish. It's okay to be different. Okay. So I hope this inner teenager feels better now. And to this person who this resonates with, to your current version, I want to say, if you have any, look at the photos of your old self. For me, this is the most powerful practice. If I want to connect with my past versions, I want to look at the pictures, I want to look at the photos, and then, or even also listening to the music that you have been listening to, listening to the music that past version has been listening to, and feeling it all, and allowing it to speak, and allowing all the feelings to come up. It's like you allow it. For me, was like I allowed it to come up so much so that I almost lost touch with my current self. I almost became that self once more. And that's when you would say you have achieved a successful inner teenager healing. when you feel everything that was there. And for me, I already healed most of the wounds from that time, but I wanted to regain that spark. That for me, that was the intention of doing that healing. I wanted to regain that spark and last for life, and what else is there. And I needed especially that courage that my teen version had, that courage to jump into the unknown, to say fuck it, let's just run to the sunset, let's just do what I'm set out to do and not think about anything that may happen. Just go there, like embodying that total full energy that I need. So that's also one of the perks of doing inner teenager healing, is if you want to remember how badass you were, maybe not always, but at times at least, that teenage kind of badassery where you don't give a shit. Then I would say do inner teenager healing. But to that person who we were talking to earlier, this person, I suggest you to take a look at your old photos or old music and feel it all. And imagine yourself hugging that inner teen and accepting and forgiving it and saying that that was me at some point. And I had my reasons to be like that. And nothing in this world is for granted. There is always a reason for something, for it that it happened. You were cruel, so you can talk about it, and you can say to the current generation that you can't do that, because you can be cruel, you can really channel that inner anger, inner devil into something, and then it will return to you. It will return to you. So it's like a double-edged sword. You may get revenge, you may be angry at whatever it is. You may break stuff, you may bully someone really hard, but then it will return back to you. It will be like a few years later or something, either you will be in the position of that who you were bullying, and now you're the victim of the same things or even worse that you have been doing. Or you will just wake up and understand that this is crazy what you have been doing, and you will feel pain. You will be like, why? Your heart will be crying, because you're like, why was I doing these things? This is messed up. How can I ever forgive myself? But you need to forgive yourself, because we want to integrate everything. We want to integrate the shadow. We want to integrate the light. We want to accept everything that happened, because something triggered you, something pulled you to do that. And we need to release those demons, let them fly, let them stay in the underworld, but you gotta rise above it. And to do that, we need to totally make peace with them. Take a look at them and say, you do not mean to me anything to me. You do not mean you're nothing to me. I don't care about you. You're free to go now. and really feeling it because you're fed up. You want to be better, you want to be higher than them, and you're not the same person anymore. You have seen the love now, you have seen goodness now, and you're being charged by that, by a completely different state of mind and being. So now I want to talk about other reasons why you may want to do inner teenager healing, because just for me was again regaining my spark and having the courage to do the things that I want to do, and also living in bliss. It's like your inner teenager wants to live the best life, wants to have fun, wants to be accepted, and wants to belong, wants to be a part of a community. For the most part, take it as it resonates. Of course, everyone is different, but for the most part, that's how inner teenager is. And not like they are always going crazy or some stuff like that, but still what drives a teenager, there is a whole world in front of you and you don't know what's gonna happen, and you just dabble into it. And so the best practice again is to take a look at those photos and take it all in and feel it through and laugh and read the old notes or something. Feel it all. Remember people who were around you, who you considered friends. Remember everything, and this inner teenager will guide you through this process. This is the most beautiful thing. You don't have to be crazy intuitive or psychic to do this stuff. You just allow this person, you understand that this is yourself, and you allow it to speak, and you realize that if you're right now, if you're more or less on the right path, if you're doing your best, if you're working with your resources, doing the best that you can, your inner teenager will probably look up to you and respect you. But sometimes inner adult can really take over and can forget about inner teenager and inner child. So we want to regain that spark back up. And for me, inner teenager was, a lot of the times, it was just a bright being, and it was also very reckless, and it was like fuck it, and it didn't care at all. Not like I would do the same thing again, but that attitude that you can channel this energy into, you can integrate it and you can channel it into your present world, and you can see how much you're restricting yourself, and you can see clearly. This inner teenager will help you see the chains that are binding you. And this inner teenager will be like, stop it. Start living life for yourself. You have a life to live, you have places to be. So, start embodying that state now. Yeah, inner teenager can really help you. And you can also hype yourself up with that, because your inner teenager will say where you're doing so good in your life, how amazing you are, where the points where you really are doing amazingly well, and you will just feel that love, that unconditional love, that oh my god, that's still me, I'm not old or something, this person is still inside of me. That was just the beginning of it all. um, and I want to merge with the best of that girl or boy or whatever non-binary that being. I just want to merge with it so I can feel the same passion. And if you would tell me that as a teen you were like depressed all the time, that's when we would want to do other kind of inner teenager work, where we would really talk with that, still talk with that inner teenager and tap in, understand the reasons why I was depressed and help heal it if you already feel better at this point in time. And if you would say you didn't have a good teenager years, we would do the same thing, but we would also ask this inner teenager, what would you like to do? What would you like me to do right now? What kind of vibe do you want me to be in? What do you want me to go for? I love you and I don't want to feel like that ever again. So what do you want to do? Because you're still inside of me, so you can experience this new bliss and new joy now through me. You're just the layers behind, but you're still there. And this teen would probably smile, even if they were depressed, the most sad kid. They would probably smile and they would say, let's do it. I want to live. I want to feel again. I want to be free. Yeah, so this work is truly, truly one of a kind. And I hope that this has at least made you think about working, if you never have done that, if you're over like at least 24, if you have never done inner teenager healing, I would say just try thinking about your past self, and don't be really accepting and open when you do this. Don't be like, oh my god, I was so cringy, or I was so I was like inexperienced idiot or something. Be really open. It's okay. It doesn't matter, but you also had your good parts. And this teenager wants some love. And it wants to ask you, where are you now? What sparks your fire? What lights your joy? What have you learned? How can you better maintain your routine, your body, how have you evolved? What are your values? And they would like to talk to you about that. They are still there. This version of you is still there. So embrace it, integrate, and see how your reality will shift. It will be like a last puzzle piece that you need. You're like, now I know, I do remember that drive. I do remember why I began doing this. I do remember when I first stepped onto that path. I do remember what was the fuel for me. I do remember what my wounds as well, what I was running away from, and now it somehow repeats itself, so I might as well look. Sorry, I got interrupted. So these wounds or something, or limiting beliefs or patterns, they may be coming from your inner teen self. So it's just overall really beneficial to do that. And I would say do this practice often. I don't know, a few times a month or something. I don't know, as much as if you feel that you're somehow in disbalance, I would say try talking to your inner teenager, to that hungry part of you, hungry for life, that part of you that just wants to party and have fun. And how can you provide that same fun to it, but maybe in a different way? Maybe now you have different ways of entertaining yourself, but it's just very, very beneficial overall for your well-being, for your balanced life, to be integrated with previous versions of you and give them love, show them love in ways that you can, even just in your head. And think about your future version that shows you love right now, shows the current version of you love right now, and you can immediately feel better. You can immediately feel better because you know that that future version has overcame the obstacle you're maybe dealing with, or it has learned the lesson, it has learned what you need to learn right now, and it just makes you feel liberating because you know that this is you, and you know that you're gonna upgrade yourself further at all times. So it's like, let's walk all together like this with your inner teenager version, with your future version, with your inner child version, and let's just, integrate it all into here now and become yourself, who you're meant to be. And don't reject the shadow of that old version. Be at peace with it, but take the best from that version. Yeah, so I think that's it for the video. If you want to dive any deeper with your inner teenager healing, you can always check out my Patreon. I did a inner teenager reading. It was very healing, and it was very universal as well. I think it can resonate with many people. So if you feel called to that, the link is down below. And I also offer one-on-one conversation sessions where we can talk like this, or any topic. The link is down below as well. And I wish you all the best. Thank you so much. And I wish you all the best, and take good care of you, and let's make this another amazing month. I'm filming it on the 1st, and for me the 1st is always number 1, especially in the month, is like a magician number, and I always try to have at least some time in a day for manifestation. This is really powerful, the way you start month. It's like it kickstarts, it jumpstarts, it sprinkles that energy, that intention onto the whole month ahead. So this is just a tip and trick. During every first date of every month, embody that state. This is done, this is done, I got it, I got it, I got what I want, and I manifest even better things for myself. So try it out. And thank you so much, and have a good day. Have an amazing day, and bye.